YouTube, what's going on, my people? It's been a minute, right? It's been a minute. Anyways, a couple of days ago, I was watching my previous videos, right? My daily breakdowns, my weekly breakdown, and I was like, why did I even stop doing this? I've been trading. Trading is literally my my full-time job, and it would be cool to continue to share those things with you guys because I saw the love back then in the comment sessions and all that. So I was like, why not bring this back? So henceforth, I'm going to be doing a weekly breakdown. I'm actually thinking maybe I'll be doing like a daily one, then a weekly one. I'm not sure because sometimes my day gets crowded and I don't even know where I am anymore. So you feel me? So probably I might stick to just weekly or daily. I'm not certain yet. But anyways, in this particular one, I'm going to be doing a weekly. I'm going to show you guys the entire trades I took this week, and the outcome. It doesn't matter. Like you already know, like the losers, the winners, everything. I'm going to be sharing. And welcome back to the channel. Sorry it's been a minute, and if you learned something from this video, make sure you like it, and if you're new, make sure you subscribe. Okay, let's go. Hey, YouTube, I'm officially back. It's so good to be back right now. Anyways, I'm going to be doing a breakdown of this week's trades, and like I said before, I might be doing it daily or weekly or just mix both, to have more content to post for you guys. A lot of breakdown. It's pretty good. Anyways, this week I've been focusing pretty much on USD shelf. As you can see right here, I had a list of EU and GU. If you know these pairs, they actually are negatively correlated, which means like if one is going up, the other one is going down, and vice versa. And this week I'm just going to be breaking down USHEF. Pretty much like if I go to EU and GU, the trades are very similar because it's going to be on the opposite side, or sometimes you don't even get the trade, but the trend is literally the same. Anyways, first of all, I'm going to read the trend. If you've been watching my videos, I used to trade on the 1 hour and 5 minutes, pretty much confirmation from the 5 minutes and 1 hour for the trend. Right now, I still trade that way, but now I'm focusing more on the 15 minutes and 1 minute. So like this, I get more of a scalping day trading kind of vibe. So on the 1 hour 5 minutes, the trade kind of takes longer, and on the 1 minute 15 minutes, it's literally less time, and you can literally catch the same move, but sometimes you get in early, which is pretty decent. Anyways, pretty much I'm gonna read the trend for you. As you remember, I did make the way I read my trend is pretty much everybody knows this: higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. As you can see right here, first of all, if you see right here, price broke this right here. For most people, actually for me, before I made some changes, actually this was the way I was trading last year. And originally, beginning of last year, my trend reading was different. I'll just show you real quick. So pretty much this is a high, low, high, low, high, low, high. For some people, once price breaks this, now they are officially bearish. For me, at first, no, it wasn't bearish. So I need a pullback and then a break of structure for me to be officially bearish. So recently I moved back to this one. So pretty much once price breaks this, instead of me to just go for, okay, now we're bearish, I don't do that. I just call it a fake out, which I used to do before, and I noticed it's pretty much better because these days you just get faked out with a lot of Donald Trump. So right here, once price breaks this is when I'll be confirmed bearish, right? This is literally a unique way of me reading structure. I'm not supposed to share this because of my students, but anyways, you got that, right? So right here, as you can see, price broke structure temporarily, created a pullback and broke structure again. Pretty much now we're bearish, right? Here, this is not valid for me, right? So the next structural point was this. If you notice right here, this candle over here, it broke structure, which means this zone is going to be the supply. Pretty much simple, right? The move that broke structure was from here, originated from here. I literally just call it swing high, swing low, like you already know. Well, maybe you don't know because it's been a while. Anyways, you get the point. So pretty much price came here, price faked out, did the same thing like it did here. It didn't create a pullback to confirm the bullish trend, right? So price faked out. I was literally looking for a trade right here, but it was at 11. I didn't get a confirmation. right? This is U-shape. I didn't get a confirmation still. Right here, no confirmation. But what happened was, as price created this brick push, I have a way of catching moves like this, which I probably won't share on this video, but because it's my information, I'm not gonna share this. But if you wanna learn more, just send me a DM or comment something, and we can talk. Okay. So price came back to this zone, which I was looking at, and I got a confirmation from there, and then I took a sell pretty much from there, which is simple. Don't mind me, I don't have the premium right now. Something happened that I didn't get it. I was supposed to get it in the beginning of the year, but I didn't. But anyways, for now I don't need it though. That's why I don't have it. So right here, once price came back, I was looking for confirmation. My confirmation is still the same like previously. Maybe I won't share it anymore. But anyways, previously I just wait for price to come into the zone, give me some kind of criteria. Once it comes there, I just take it. Literally, my confirmation is simple pretty much. It's supply and demand anyways. So once price taps into my zone, I wait for price to create a pullback. Once it breaks the pullback, I'll be like, okay, price is willing to either go up or down, and I just take my trade from there, right? So that's what happened here. That's what happened here. Trend bearish, zone confirmed, and confirmation. Pretty simple, right? So that's the same thing that happened over here. Price came in, tapped into the zone, created a high, created a low, broke the high, confirmation, boom, 1 to 3. These days I've also been aiming for 1 to 3. In some case, if I have the daily and some other confirmation, I might hold longer, I might swing it. But overall, this was a quick Monday one, which was pretty decent, 1 to 3. And on Tuesday, another thing about trading the 50 minutes, you get trade almost daily. If you remember the way I used to trade, I rarely get a lot of trades. Sometimes I just get like 2 trades, 3 trades in a week, pretty much. But this most times you get it daily. So continuing, I think I'm going too slow, boy, because this video is going to be long. I don't want it to be long, so I'm gonna go a little bit faster. Anyways, structure changed again. If you notice, this was the last zone. Price went to the supply, then broke structure, then we got our confirmation. So what happened next was price created a pullback. Once it created a pullback, this zone right here, price broke structure, right? Here we became broke structure, created a pullback, we became bullish, right? But what happened again? Price broke this low, which for most people would be bearish, but for me it's not, which means price created a fake out over here. I'm not gonna do that because it's gonna take my time, and then came back to the supply, to the demand. Sorry, demand is pretty much the place that created the push. Let's not go deep. Go watch my supply and demand video, you get it. Anyways, price did that and created the same confirmation. I'll just show you that in a sec. Seems like it's a lot of trades for me to break down, but I'm enjoying this though, to be honest. I'm enjoying it. Anyways, price came into the zone I was talking about over here. You see the confirmation is pretty much the same. I'm not gonna go too much into it. Tap into the zone. Anyways, right here I wasn't looking for a trade until right here. This also is something part of my system, and once price taps in, I got the confirmation and I got it. So pretty much I covered the low, and this trade actually took a while. This was a long ass trade, but comparing to normal, it was long, but it still went to TP around New York, right? So mostly these days I trade just London section because I don't want to be on the chart all day, or when I get confirmation I just like, okay, let me take this. So pretty much similar thing from Monday, same thing happened on Tuesday, and Wednesday similar trade too, right? So there's a way for me to get zones like this. I trade supply and demand, and also I trade what I call gaps, but I have a unique way of reading that. So that's how I got this one. I would break down, but this video is getting long, so I'm just gonna break down this last one. Anyways, speaking of that, this was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the same thing. Thursday, wait, first of all weeks are not like this. Like, you don't get TPs all week. This week was just totally insane, and I didn't take all of the trades because I was anticipating a loss, but losses were not coming. I'm like, boy. But anyways, pretty good. The next day was this was on Thursday. I was actually looking at this. If you notice, this was the zone I was looking at, right? Price broke structure right here. This was the internal move that broke structure. I was looking at this zone, but if you notice, price literally missed by a pip, right? Literally didn't tap my zone. I was gonna take it, but I was like, I wasn't willing to risk it, so I didn't even take it. So I was like, let me just let it go, right? I did get a confirmation in here. I would have been able to take this trade, which would have went to TP literally, but I didn't take this. But this was the last one this Friday. I actually took a screenshot of before and after, and I posted this on Instagram. So if you're not following my IG, just follow my IG. It's DAVRIDDENN. It's in the description too. just follow me. Anyways, you see that there. So pretty much going on to Friday, the market was still bullish, right? Right here, there was also a fake out. So first of all, this one, at first I was looking at this. This happened at 9:30. I was gonna take a trade there, but something was not, it wasn't clicking. I have a system, but I have a way what I need to see before price do what I need to see for price to do. You get it? Anyways, price didn't do that, so I was like, not yet. So around 4th or 2:30, I got a confirmation from the same zone, right? Price cleared the low, and I got the confirmation, and I took the screenshot. I actually sent it to a friend, and then later on it went to TP. Actually went close to TP 1 to 2.7, pulled back, and then boom to TP. And funny enough, I've been actually very bullish on the dollar for a while now, over the last 2 weeks, right? If I go to the daily, I'll show you something. I was actually bullish right here. So if you see here, I put KEA. KEA literally means keep an eye, right? Keep an eye. It means keep an eye for me. So what I did see was long ago. This was like 2 weeks ago. When price was right here, this was when I was anticipating a bullish push. Price created this low, created this high. This is literally an internal structure. Technically, we're bearish. Daily, weekly, we're bearish. But for price to continue the move to the downside, it needs to create a move to the upside, right? These are more like pullbacks, but on the 15 minutes, on the 1 hour, this is a big ass push, you know. Anyways, I was actually anticipating, especially when once price broke structure, this was on the 3rd of March, I was actually anticipating a pullback and then this continuation, which is pretty solid, right? Once price gets here, or even before, if price gets here, I might be heavily bearish on USD, but for now, pretty much just bullish, right? Anyways, that's the breakdown for this week. If you learned something, give it a like. I'm trying to be more consistent with the old uploads. I'm trying to get back into this, like for real, you know. This is 2026. We gotta take things more seriously. Thank you for watching this one. If you learned something, make sure to give it a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. If you like the way I trade, comment below and we can talk more. Thank you for watching this one. See you in the next one. Bless.